Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. My name is Josh Lilquist. Today is Monday. Monday, the first trading week, day of the week, August 28th, to be exact. And last week was Jackson Hole. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the news. I don't think that's continuing this week here. But Powell had some fireworks on Friday, sparking the markets down, then up, and then down, and just a big move in the markets, but showing a strengthening week last week. It was actually an up week in the markets here. But today what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the three characteristics, and these are actually personal traits or personal characteristics to consistent or successful trading and investing. We'll cover those, and then we'll talk real quick about the winners, the losers, some of the moves in the markets that are happening right now, and if there's any news in the markets that could spark the market the moving forward here. We'll do a hot list of what's hot, what's not, and then close the show out here today. But that being said, so in trading and investing, there's a lot of psychological barriers people have, and there's a lot of psychology in the market. Now, fear and greed is obviously some of the things that happen in the markets. People get greedy, people get fearful. When they're fearful, they don't want to take trades. They want to keep staying trades longer, keep losers longer. When they get greedy, they want to keep winners and hope they get bigger, and sometimes they turn around on them. So what we're going to talk about is some things that you can use as a personal trait or characteristic to increase your odds, increase your probabilities to consistency in the markets. Now, one of the first characteristics that you need, and this is really something that can't be taught. It's being coachable. Now, with this day and age, there's so much stuff out there. You have University of YouTube, which is a bunch of crap out there. Bunch of videos on learning how to trade and invest. Follow my strategy and you're going to be a billionaire in 2 months, and this is why, and 90% winning strategy, which there are strategies out there, but those strategies, that 10% really kills people. Not literally, but as far as their financial accounts. So you got to be coachable and willing to learn, not something new, just something a little bit different. Now, what do I mean by that? With so much being out there, there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of information that may be lagging, a lot of information that may have worked 20, 30 years ago, especially with books and everything. And people struggle with that. People struggle with believing or knowing what is the right place to look. So what you need to do is find somebody that knows what they're doing and essentially do what they do. So you got to be coachable and willing to learn something a little bit different. One of the things with learning new things is sometimes you have preconceived thoughts and biases, which can alter your decision process. We talked about last week that circle, that belief system. And if you believe something so strongly, it might be tough to be coachable. So basically, you have to be coachable and be willing to learn something a little bit different. Now, the reason it is you have the public and the institutions. Institutions always are consistently profitable year after year after year. Now, are they doing something different? Well, yes and no. They have a strategy, but they were willing to learn that strategy, and they follow that strategy. So you got to be willing to learn it. And now, how do you follow that? You follow that with discipline. So once you've been coachable and willing to learn something a little bit different, you have a set process, set rules within that process, and steps within that process. Now, if you don't follow it, it most likely will not work. Just like anything. Driving a car and you have your GPS. If you don't follow that GPS, it will not work. If you're a spreadsheet person like Excel, and you don't follow the prompts to follow for whatever formula or calculation you're trying to come up with, it will not work. If you are a truck driver and you don't do your pre-trip routine, and follow your steps to get into first gear, second gear, third gear, all that stuff. There's a process to that. It will not work. I mean, heck, there's even a process to physical fitness. If you don't follow the steps with diet and be disciplined with the diet and be disciplined with your consistency in the gym, it most likely will not work. So you have to have the discipline to follow a set rules process, set step-by-step process to be consistent in the financial market. Now that's the first two. The last one, which I feel is probably the most important, and a lot of people do struggle with this in two different ways. Now this characteristic is being decisive. So why are there two different ways to struggle at this? Some people are scared of their own shadow, and they just cannot make decisions. They need to think about it. They need to get their ducks in a row. They need to do this, they need to do that. The solar system needs to align. The sun needs to cover the moon, and there needs to be a blood moon 4 days in a row and during a leap year, and there has to be sunlight for 26 hours a day when it's not possible. They struggle with decisions. Another way to struggle with that is being too decisive, too eager, and just making decisions with not following set rules and all that, just getting into the markets for no particular reason and just feel like they can make decisions, but it's too quickly. They didn't follow their plan. So being decisive is the most important, because when you have opportunities, you need to take action on that. You need to capitalize on that. And, a lot of people say, when people are poor, that's a monetary thing. It's actually not monetary. Being poor isn't about money. It's being about passing over opportunities regularly. That's what poor actually means. So, in being decisive, that can be coached. Now, if you do like step-by-step processes, engineers sometimes struggle with decision processes because they need to think about it, need to analyze things, and analysis paralysis. But if you, in the financial markets, if you have a set rules-based strategy with steps within it, and you had the discipline to follow those steps, all you got to do is click that button, because trading and investing is just a click of a button away. You press the button, you get in your trade. You press the button, you get out of your trade. So it's that easy to do that as far as getting in and out of the markets. Now, if you struggle with that, lean on that strength of process. A lot of people need a process. Don't be afraid to deviate from your personal process, especially if you need to think about things. If you need to ask a friend, or phone a friend, or phone a friend of a friend that might be a friend that knows a friend that has a friend in the market. Follow that process and make your decisions in the market. That is the key to consistency in the financial markets. You've got to be coachable, willing to learn a strategy. And that you have to have a strategy. Have the discipline to follow it. And then finally, follow that strategy and place those trades, get into the market. So that being said, those are your three characteristics. Let's do a quick market update. Let's look at the S&P 500. I am currently in Mountain Time right now, so it is 7:29, 1 minute before the opening bell. The S&P 500 looks like it will open up on the day. So we'll get an opening bell here pretty quick here. So the market's going to open up ever so slightly, the way it looks, at 442.25. Market, 442. Market's dropping really quick right now. Market must have just opened. Anyways, so 442 and some change. Market's going to open up here at 7:30 Mountain Time. That is your S&P 500. We did an overview and a recap of the market on Saturday. So that's your S&Ps. Let's look at some notables here. If there's any big movers on the day. Coinbase up 24 cents. Oh, I want to look at the dollar. The dollar is actually down today, so that's going to probably show some strength in the markets, in the indexes. S&P 500 probably, NASDAQ. I'll look at that. So the dollar is showing some weakness, and actually last week on Friday showed some pretty big weakness on Friday. So that's the U.S. dollar, the DXY actually is what we're using for that. Let's get down to Nike. Nike is going to be up. Actually, market's opened up now, so 87 cents up on the day, gapping up a little bit. So currently at $99.71. We missed that trade on the options market last week. Boo hiss. Nordstrom's down. Macy's is up 6 cents on the day, and Disney is up 38 cents on the day. Currently at $83.79. So Friday or Thursday was a big drop for Disney. We will look for some opportunities with the options market a little bit later. I don't see any opportunities right now. Quite frankly, I don't have my platform to be able to do that. I can do that off the phone here, but not ideal for trading and investing. So that is Disney. Wells Fargo up 28 cents on the day at the open, 41.52. Energy sector is up, which means oil is going to be up as well. Let's go look at oil. Oil. Where are my oil? Oil is at 15 cents on the day. So down from the highs of this month here. So we hope for oil and energy to go down for our prices and everything, but as a speculator, it doesn't matter what the market does. NASDAQ currently up $92 on the day at 15,072. So the NASDAQ showing some pretty good strength here on the open, gapped up just barely on the day, but showing some strength right away out of the gates the first 2 minutes of the trading day and the trading week. Sorry, that was the NASDAQ futures contract. I did not look at the ETF, and matter of fact, I don't think I have the ETF on here. So, but the NASDAQ ETF is going to mirror the futures contract. It's going to probably be showing that it gapped up pretty good on the day. So that's a couple stocks in the day. Your major market update. Tomorrow we'll do another show, probably right at the open again, and we'll check the volatility for options on that. So we'll look at some options plays today and see if we got into any trades today. We'll look at some currencies as well, since that's something we've been incorporating into the market. One more thing, I want to look at Bitcoin for everybody that's listening right now, because we have a lot of crypto traders and investors. Bitcoin currently at 26,155, up $34 in the day, not much. Past 5 days, up 1%. Gold and silver. Gold currently at $1,914, completely even on the day. Silver at $24.10 on the day, so sideways action for the past 5 days here or so. But yet it's up 3% on the last 5 days, because I believe on the first day, on Monday last week, we had a pretty good update. That being said, I do have my platform open now, as I was killing some time for the NASDAQ. QQQ currently at 367.37, up 0.9% on the day, which is about $3.30. And the IWM currently at 185.41, which is up 0.77% on the day. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average 345.98 respectively, up 0.72% on the day. So that, my friends, is your major market update. We will see everybody tomorrow. We'll try to do the same time and cover all the markets, do a little more analysis. A little longer show tomorrow as well. This is only about 15 minutes for those of you that are looking at some opportunities with options and the currency market. As always, collect your profits when they are given to you and protect your losses when they are small. Until next time, retire young, my friends.